Chapter 10. The Final Confrontation by the 10th Night. Exhaustion and fear had blurred the line between reality and nightmare. The manor no longer hid its intent. It pulsed, breathed, and moved with a purpose I could not resist. Every shadow seemed to reach for me. Every whisper screamed louder than before. The east wing's mirror called to me like a heartbeat, relentless and insistent. I understood then that there was only one way forward. To survive, I had to confront the heart of the curse, the mirror, the east wing, and the shadows that had claimed the house. With shaking hands, I gripped the key again, stepping into the corridor where every wall, every floorboard seemed to bend toward me. The house itself was alive, guiding me to the confrontation it had long awaited. The east wing door loomed ahead. I pushed it open, and the room greeted me like a living organism. Candles floated, casting flickering shadows that writhed across the floor. The mirror pulsed violently, its surface black and liquid, reflecting not only me, but hundreds of shadowy forms. Their eyes glimmered, and for the first time, I realized they were not just watching, they were judging, testing, waiting for a weakness. I stepped forward, my reflection splitting in the mirror into dozens of fragmented selves, each screaming silently.
Yes.
The shadows moved with purpose now, flowing from the walls and ceilings like black water, converging toward me. I could feel their weight pressing against my chest, trying to drag me into the mirror's depths. Summoning every ounce of courage, I spoke the only words I could think of. I am not yours. The shadows recoiled slightly, and the mirror rippled violently. The house groaned, a deep, resonant sound that shook the walls and rattled the floor. Figures of the Harrowgate ancestors emerged fully from the mirror, taller and more distinct than ever, faces twisted with malice. "You cannot defy us," one whispered in my own voice, echoing around the room. "The curse is eternal," but I stood firm. I seized a candle, holding its flame close to the mirror. The light flared, casting the shadows into sharp relief. I realized then that the curse's power was bound to fear and submission. If I could confront it, resist it, I might break its hold. The shadows shrieked, lashing out like tendrils. The mirror's surface bubbled, reflecting an endless abyss. I advanced, forcing my reflection to meet mine, staring directly into the eyes of the tallest ancestor figure. "I am not afraid,"
Aye, aye, aye.
I shouted. For a moment, silence. Then the mirror cracked, a jagged fissure spreading rapidly across its surface. The shadow forms writhed violently, screaming silently, and the room shook as if the house itself was convulsing. Dust and candlelight swirled chaotically as the east wing pulsed with energy, the curse resisting with every ounce of its being. I took a step closer and another, until my hands pressed against the mirror. The shadows recoiled, fragments of the reflection breaking away like shattered glass. I felt a surge of power my will against theirs, and with one final push, the mirror splintered completely, the liquid surface evaporating into mist. The shadows froze, then evaporated like smoke, leaving the room eerily silent. Candles settled back onto the floor, their flames steady. The corridor stopped twisting. The manor seemed still. I fell to my knees, trembling, covered in sweat and dust. The east wing was empty now, the mirror gone, replaced by a blank wall. The house exhaled, a deep, slow breath that seemed almost relieved. For the first time in days, I stepped outside into the cool night air. The moors were quiet, the village silent. The manor loomed behind me, massive and still, no longer reaching, no longer alive in the same way. I knew the curse had not vanished entirely. Ancient houses do not forget, and shadows do not die, but I had survived. And for now that was enough. But even as I walked away, I felt the faintest pull from the east wing. A whisper carried on the wind, promising that the house would wait and that it would remember. The Hollow Manse was patient. And so the terror lingered, not in the house itself, but in the knowledge that some darkness never truly dies.